All right, it is now 5 o'clock. Why don't we start the September 29th Administration Public Works Committee. Could I have a roll call for attendance?
Councilmember Kelly. Councilmember Harris.
Present.
Councilmember Isles.
Here.
Councilmember Newsma.
Here.
Councilmember Suffredin.
Here.
Councilmember Davis. We have a quorum.
All right, we have a quorum, so why don't we get to work? First item, approval of virtual council member participation. There are no council members seeking to participate virtually. Brings us to public comment. Do we have anybody signed up for public comment?
No.
We do not. That brings us to the approval of the minutes of the Administration Public Works Committee meeting of September 8th, 2025. Do I have a motion? All right. It's been moved by Councilmember Newsma. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Harris. Any discussion? All right. We can do that on a voice vote, right?
Yes.
All right. So all those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. So that passes unanimously on a voice vote. That brings us to the consent calendar. I would like to remove item A2. Are there any other items that members would seek to remove from the consent calendar? A9 and A10. Any others? All right. I see Councilmember Davis. Please add her to the roll. Councilmember Davis, we're on the consent calendar. Do you have any items that you'd like to remove? A9, A10, and A2 have been removed. All right. Do I have a motion on consent calendar minus items A2, A9, and A10?
Mr. Chair, I will move the consent agenda minus items A2, A9, and A10.
Second.
It's been moved by Councilmember Newsma, seconded by Councilmember Harris. Any discussion? Seeing none. Do that one as a roll call. Switch it up.
Councilmember Harris.
Aye.
Councilmember Isles.
Aye.
Councilmember Newsma.
Aye.
Councilmember Suffredin.
Aye.
Councilmember Davis.
Aye.
5-0.
5-0 vote. The consent calendar minus items A2, A9, and A10 passes. That brings us to item A2. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chair, I will move item A2, approval of the BMO Harris Amazon credit card activity for the period ending July 26, 2025, in the amount of $25,977.73.
Second.
All right. Been moved by Councilmember Newsma, seconded by Councilmember Harris. Any discussion? Seeing none, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Harris.
Aye.
Councilmember Isles.
Aye.
Councilmember Newsma.
Aye.
Councilmember Suffredin.
I abstain.
Councilmember Davis.
Aye.
4-1-0. 4-0 to 1.
4-0-1 abstention vote. Item A2 passes. That brings us to item A9. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chair, I will move item A9, approval of single source repair to Evanston Fire Department fire engine number 328R in the amount of $49,964.32.
Second.
It's been moved by Councilmember Newsma, seconded by Councilmember Harris. Councilmember Newsma.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just have a question for staff regarding expense authorization approval.
Recording in progress.
Since this work has already been done and it's only coming in front of council now, it's above that $25,000 limit. So if you could speak to that, please.
Sure. Good evening, Chair and members of the committee. Sean Cholik, Facilities and Fleet Manager. You are correct, Councilmember Newsma, that this work was approved by staff. We had a miscommunication about exactly what the overage was going to be. The vendor, we brought the vehicle there. We had the vehicle being worked on. By the time they tear it apart and start to diagnose, the amount was over $25,000. By the time that information got to me, it was already getting submitted for the next memo, and so it did not get communicated to the city council beforehand. That was the first time I saw that information, and the first time that the city manager saw it. So we've had some discussions with the city manager's office about this. We are going to look at doing blanket POs for these fire apparatus. So there's annual pump tests that need to be done on each one, and there's annual ladder inspections that need to be done on each one. And we're going to start doing a blanket PO that will cover all of those, including any subsequent work that may be the result of these tests that go on and these inspections that go on. In this case, we had originally thought it would be under the amount. There were 3 components of 4 in this pump that had failed, and it had, raised the price considerably. The other thing that we're discussing, that we're planning on discussing with the city manager's office is, $25,000 doesn't really get us too much in today's world, so we want to start exploring, for heavy pieces of equipment like this, if there's a higher threshold that we can make this amount so that we're within reason for today's prices.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think this expense is certainly something council would have approved. I just want to make sure staff isn't spending money that staff is not authorized to spend.
Correct.
So if we raise the limit on the $25,000 or a blanket PO, we also have emergency provisions where if something comes up that council, something has to be paid before council can convene, the city manager can.
And that's where we had the breakdown in communication. It didn't quite get to the city manager and to the city council in time.
If the city manager does pursue that path, that just involves notification as soon as possible that the city manager has authorized an expense above $25,000 for the following reasons, and then we would come and do exactly what we're doing tonight, is kind of retroactively approve it.
Yes.
Okay.
Please add Councilmember Kelly to the roll. Does anybody else have any discussion on item A9? Seeing none, why don't we do a voice vote for this one? All in favor? Any opposed? That's a 6-0 voice vote. Brings us to item A10. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll move item A10, approval of change order number 1 to the contract with A. Epstein and Sons International for the Chicago Avenue Corridor Improvement Project, which is RFQ 20-35, in the amount of $152,061.
Second.
It's been moved by Councilmember Newsma, seconded by Councilmember Harris. Any discussion?
Sean, do you have anything?
Nope. All right.
I just, if I could check in with staff regarding.
Hold on. Councilmember Newsma.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If I could just check in with staff regarding the plans moving forward for continued engagement with Chicago Avenue stakeholders and business owners as the plan evolves. Is there somebody present who can speak to that?
I can talk about it.
Okay.
Laura Biggs, city engineer. So currently, no, we have completed the public engagement as far as we know. And we have modified the plan substantially where in regards to parking. We've also made some additional changes working with our parking division on some of the side streets that cross through the general area. But currently we're just moving forward with contract documents, and our next communications would be more around when the project's actually ready to go into construction.
Okay. I'm hearing mixed messages here, so let's just for the ward alderman alderman whose wards include most of this project. Let's just make sure we're all on the same sheet of music here.
I did have some conversations this afternoon with Luke and Sat, and so I have been going up and down the corridor with Catherine Gotzik, sort of handing out my business card, going, "Hey, I'm your new alder person." I have gotten some feedback, and Sat has agreed to meet with a few of the business owners that were unable to attend the 2 previous sessions. So I've been assured that that window is still open where feedback is given. I think it's reasonable since the project is funded, yay, but probably not going to happen until 2028 at this point. So I think we do have some time to further engage with both the businesses and the bike lane, or the bike advocacy crowd.
Yes. Thank you for that. I was out of the loop this afternoon, so it's clearly evolved. I will let Chris Seuss, our Assistant City Engineer, respond.
Sure. Good evening, members of the committee. Also, I was unaware of that discussion with you, what took place with SAT, but we have done a significant amount of community engagement with both the business owners and the residents, but as SAT has been part of the project management team, I guess we're willing and able to do any of that additional meetings, specifically if they couldn't attend those sessions.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and same for the portion of Chicago Avenue north of Dempster, which is the 4th Ward. And if I could just schedule a meeting with staff to review what the plan is currently, and then we could go from there.
So I know we did go on a 2-block basis of each of the business owners to make sure that we incorporated all those. Perhaps that's something we can discuss separately if you'd like to set up a
Great.
secondary meeting.
Thanks.
No problem.
All right. Any further? Councilmember Davis.
So this isn't for you, Chris. This is for the other council members. Do you want to table this, or you just okay?
I got the answers I needed this afternoon, so I'm happy to go forward.
All right. Let's vote on this thing. Let's do a roll call on this one.
Councilmember Kelly. Councilmember Harris.
Aye.
Councilmember Isles.
Aye.
Councilmember Newsma.
Aye.
Councilmember Suffredin.
Aye.
Councilmember Davis.
Aye.
6-0.
A 6-0 vote. That passes. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay. Any objections? No? Let's see you guys later. Planning Development, 5:30.